When Ted Baillieu became Liberal president, we saw him. Then he disappeared. Until there was an election and he wanted something from you, we saw him and he disappeared. Until another election and again he wanted something from you. And again. Now, guess what?
Authorised N. Rees for the ALP West Melbourne.
OK, now something else. Ted Baillieu. Now, the Premier says he only sees the ads that are positive, but what about the negative campaign? Did you approve this? Ted Baillieu is a meerkat last night in a TV ad, and the line, Ted Baillieu, he's not in it for you. This is sleazy stuff.
Well, I've got to say, in relation to public life generally, you're always open to scrutiny. And
this isn't scrutiny, this is abuse.
Oh, not at all. I mean, Ted yesterday, for instance, they had an open forum, right? And he took a day off, for goodness sake, a day off to prepare to face the public. Like, the view I take about that is politics is a tough game, it's a hard game, but it's a full-time game, and you can't be a wimp and simply say, oh, well, I've got to face the public, so I better take a day off and, learn my lines. The fact is that Mr. Baillieu has taken 2 days off during this campaign, one to prepare for a debate, one to meet the public. You've got to be fair dinkum, you've got to have vision and passion, but you've got to be full-time.
Okay, so what do you mean in this advertisement? Ted Baillieu, he's not in it for you.
Well, Mr. Baillieu pops his head up once every 4 years at election time. Like, he's gone missing. As I said, previously, he's a bit like Lord Lucan. No one knows where he is. He goes missing, but when it's an election time, he pops his head up, he says a few things, and he expects the public of Victoria to vote for him as Premier of this state, for goodness sake.
But Mr. Hulls, the people don't want this sort of stuff. Attack his policies, go for his throat on his policies, but to attack him personally and suggest that, well, you're saying he's lazy? What are you saying? He's not in it for you. What does that mean?
Well, I've been in Parliament for quite some time, and Mr. Baillieu has been leader of the Liberal National Coalition for quite some time, and he's never come up with any decent policies. You see him in Parliament, and yeah, he's big on problems, big on, talking Victoria down, but he's very short on solutions.
So what do you mean, he's not in it for you? Do you mean he's in it for himself?
What I'm saying is...
Why would anybody be in politics for themselves?
Well, the fact is that if you're fair dinkum about wanting to be Premier, you've got to go out, you've got to go and fight for it, you've got to go and fight for Victorians, you've got to be full-time, you've got to have passion. And I don't know what Mr. Baillieu's passionate about, to tell you. I know, look, he barracks for Geelong, like me, and he obviously likes the Geelong Footy Club, but apart from that, I don't know what he's passionate about. He has to convince Victorians that he has some passion.
There's some hypocrisy here, though. John Brumby is out at this debate last night. He doesn't even mention Ted Baillieu's name, let alone attack him. Now, what's the strategy here? John Brumby keeps his hands clean, you're the head kicker, is that it?
No, I mean, if you...
Why doesn't John Brumby go after him? If you reckon it's such an important thing and such a positive thing for you, why aren't you all after him? Why is it just you and these sleazy ads?
Well, I don't know if you saw the debate last night. I expect you did.
I saw some of it, yeah.
We have question time regularly.
Hang on, that's avoiding the point. John Brumby did not even mention Ted Baillieu, yet you're running a whole ad campaign targeting him. Why is that?
The fact is that Victorians want leadership. They want someone who will stand up for them. They don't want a part-time politician who's simply going to take a day off each time they've got to give a speech.
So why didn't John Brumby mention this, but your ads do? You're trying to protect John Brumby from getting blood on his hands, is that it?
No, the fact is that obviously people are going to make a choice about a whole range of things, including leadership. Leadership is crucial. Leadership is not about being a wimp, being a sook, taking a day off when you've got to give a speech and then putting your head up, after a day's preparation. John Brumby was in Bendigo yesterday. He was making announcements all over the place. He's been campaigning 24/7. He hasn't taken time off simply to prepare to face the public.
Well, go after his policies, not the man. You are playing the man, aren't you?
No, I don't think that's right.
After what you just said, you're not playing the man.
No, it's about scrutiny, Neil. It's about scrutiny.
You're not scrutinising his policies. You're scrutinising his character.
As I said, all he's done is come out and spoken the state down, big on problems, not good on solutions. And scrutiny is what politics is all about. If he can't face the scrutiny, he shouldn't be in the game.